believe I'm alive. It's been a while since I've been here streaming live. It's been a while. Wow. Been too busy to push go on a live stream. Just fixing stuff like this. It's very involved, deeply broken instruments that I've been repairing lately. And I know that well, I just get too busy, and I can't take time away from the work that I have to get done in order to do a live stream always, simply because I've got to focus and I can't be talking. But today I have some time, because what I'm going to be doing is sort of brainless, if you will. It just takes a little time consuming, but we'll talk a little bit about this guitar while we move forward with this stream, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm up to here. Yeah, you can kind of see what I'm up to here. You might notice that this side of the guitar is now you can't see this side real well. The light here kind of not that great. I'm going to move the light here and maybe light this up a little better. We'll see if I can't illuminate this so that you can see it better. Oh, and you know what else I should do? I might just stop this stream. Let me turn this light on. That might help a little bit. It's right in my way, but we'll go ahead and work around that. I should have done this on my other streaming service. We'll call it a service. But this is what I get to do for most of the day today. And if that noise is bugging you, turn your headphones down. Yeah. And I'm going to pull this saddle out of here, otherwise I'm going to knock it on the floor and lose it. So let me just keep going here with what I'm doing. When I'm polishing on this thing, I've got to make sure to do an area, wipe it off, and then we can talk about it. Alright? So answer questions. Help you. The whole idea of my live streams while I'm working at my bench is to help you maybe discover a way to solve a problem with your own guitar. That's the whole point. And I have this beautiful Do Better DB Cap 12. Works great. It's a very awesome little battery-powered tool, polishing device. If you want to polish a guitar, I can't recommend a better device than this. Awesome. Probably not a lot of playing going to happen today, but tonight is another story. I have a very unique and something that you will only see on my YouTube channel. You're not going to see this on any other channel on YouTube, and I'm really proud of what we've accomplished. I've watched other people try to do what we've been able to do, and I've watched them fail miserably, and I have beat technology into submission. I have had a boatload of help from friends who are guitarists, computer programmers, streaming experts, and they have helped me be able to do what you might tune in and watch. I would highly recommend that if you have some time this evening, that you tune into my channel. That's going to happen at 8 o'clock this evening. Does that look a little better right there? What do you think, Stu?
That's prettier. I can see the reflection off of it. Like
yeah.
Looks like water.
You seeing your own face in there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not a good.
Your eyeball's broken now?
Mm-hmm. Break the lens or something?
Yeah. So this thing is a what we believe to be a 1969 Blue Ridge Custom. Not a terribly popular Gibson model, but definitely an old guitar that was deserving of being brought back to life. And obviously you can see it's had some major damage done to it. And I have been charged with restoring this instrument, which meant removing the neck, repairing the fingerboard. I haven't even touched the fingerboard yet, and getting the body all looking good. This is what I'm doing right now isn't necessarily part of what the owner asked for on this instrument, but I can't stand having this instrument here and not doing this. Look at how much better this looks and what it looked like before I went ahead and polished this thing. This has been many hours of work thus far, many. And I've had a lot of help from my journeyman, who's right over there fixing an amplifier right now. I wish I could show you what he's doing, but then I'd have to kill you. Very highly top secret technology going on there. And what, 70 years of experience? Oh wait. That guy knows more about electronic circuits than literally any, I think, living human being alive right now. I don't know if there's anybody that knows as much as this guy does, and I'm very lucky. So, keep polishing. If you have any questions, just go ahead and type them in the comments. If you're watching the stream, it'd be cool if you'd just say hello. I'd love to know who's here. You don't have to, but and I also removed the little heart thing that down on the bottom. Those things are really annoying. They get right in the way of people's comments. I wish YouTube would delete that, but oh well. Some people love seeing those little hearts flying up and they can't read somebody's comment. Fine.
That was the guy in here today that bought the. No, it cost me $200 to fix that.
I'm gonna probably be a little bit quiet here and just continue doing this. I figured I would go live today again just because what I'm doing here is somewhat brainless. It wasn't like putting the neck back on this instrument, which we'll talk about when I get there, but I had to do something that was a little unorthodox, but that was due to someone else trying to repair this instrument and not repairing it properly, so I wasn't able to do well, not that I wasn't able to do, but monetarily it didn't make sense to repair it the way it could have and should have been. Not should have, but could have been repaired. We'll just leave it at that. Lars, hello, man. Thank you for saying hello, man. It's great to see you. This is not going to be a terribly exciting stream. So if you know how to polish a car, that's pretty much all we're going to do. But we'll talk a little bit about the repair work that I did on this and what it took to get it in the shape that it's in right now. So I've gotten the whole top of this thing polished up now and kind of tilted a little bit so you can see what it looks like now. This is what the top looks like. I'm going to flip this thing over so you can get a good look at the back at what the top looked like. Oh, let me see. What do I got in there? What is bouncing around? Oh yes, the service form. And oh, and I think I put the yep, there it is. This truss rod cover and all the end pins. I went ahead, I think on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, so it has original ebony end pins, which is really cool. And again, you know, this happens on almost every Gibson. If you can see that, the truss rod covers. Some reason everybody who adjusts these, usually a guitar player that doesn't even know how to adjust them, they want to put these screws in way too tight and they break them. So they're almost all like that, except if it's my guitar, which is really a bummer. And what else do I have bouncing around inside here? Let's see. Come here. Come here. What else is down there? It is. Oh, yes. Another very important part of the puzzle. I remember I put that in there just this morning. There it is. The end of the fingerboard. Wow, look at that. It'll go back on there soon enough, and this thing's going to be getting played here. I'm hoping within, I don't know, three days. Probably be Monday next week. So here's what the back of it looks like right now. And we'll go ahead and start polishing this. Yeah. Oh yeah, Lars, you know, I don't expect a whole lot of people to show up. Not many folks that are in music communities around the globe tune into my channel, which, you know, that's fine. So, I mean, it's cool. There's a lot of people that are finding out about it now, and this channel's really been growing very quickly, so I'm really happy about that. But we have... Jamland tonight is going to do something that no one else is doing on the internet. No one is doing it, and I'm really proud of what we've accomplished. And you know, the work that we've had to put into it has been pretty amazing. The help that I've gotten from Jamprosound, Justin Mai, Mark Tanner, let's see who else, Tim Roberts. Who else? THEFALCRO has helped us some, and my sponsors who have asked to not be mentioned, who have really helped get the financing together for being able to do what we're doing, and I'm very grateful for that. So tonight, I kind of caught wind that I got to be careful. If folks decide to show up and watch what we're able to do and actually playing music on YouTube, there might be some people in that chat who you might be astonished at who they might be. It's amazing given a little bit of publicity that I put out there about it, just doing an advertisement, how many remarkable players have reached out to me and hit me up with my email account, which is readily available on my YouTube channel. So now you might notice that a little bit of this polish is getting in these cracks. That'll all be removed with a razor blade when I'm all done with this. I certainly won't leave it, but look at that now compared to the top half of this. Now we're bringing this thing back to life. And you know, I was worried that this guitar had lived in a smoker's home, but after doing just a little bit of scrubbing on this thing, I quickly realized that it was not a victim of tar and nicotine stains. So I'm really happy about that. So I don't have to do the old oven cleaner trick again. And if you do have nicotine stains on your guitar, oven cleaner will absolutely get it off of there. You just want to test it in a very inconspicuous spot. Make sure it doesn't melt your finish. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's awesome. I think this is exactly the right thing to do with this guitar, man.
Yeah, this guy deserves it. He's been waiting a while for this thing.
Well, somebody in 100 years is gonna be You know, it's just, yep.
And I'm really proud of what we decided to do with the neck,
totally.
mounting that up.
If it's good enough for Seagull and Taylor, you know, it's good enough.
Exactly.
This thing was hopeless, and now it's going to be. Yeah, that looks beautiful, Marshall.
The other thing to look at
Coming
this
back to
is
life.
I need to take this.
I work with some of the best people you could ever hope to work with, or for, I should say. It's interesting, the dynamic that we have here at this shop. A very small business. And we like to keep it that way, and we're able to, when people bring instruments in or need help with a car stereo problem or an amplifier to be repaired, we're able to, because we're such a small business, take the time that's needed. And what's really amazing about saying that is that most of my clients are willing to wait if it takes a while to get something done. And I am truly grateful to all of you for that. Look at this thing. Man. It is so cool to see this thing start shining again. Because this thing, the history of this guitar that I know of, I have visited with the owner. He brought this guitar in. It's been approximately 1 year ago that this guitar arrived in my care. And obviously, I've been very busy fixing other instruments in the time that this guitar has been here. And it's not typical that I have to keep a guitar under my care for that long, but the deal is, the owner of this guitar bought a 1953 restored Gibson, I think it's an LG2, from me that I had restored, and he just absolutely loves that guitar. But he had this one, and when he dropped it off to have me fix it, he gave us some money in advance for the work that we're doing on this thing, and said, I am in no hurry. If someone brings a broken instrument into you, fix it first. Take your time on mine. I'm not in a hurry. And he's been at home playing the LG2. He stops in every once in a while and just checks on things. This guitar has been sitting in my shop in multiple pieces for quite a long time now. And I have yet to send him a photograph of what I've done so far. But when I do, he is going to freak. So I'm really excited to actually get to show him the progress that we've made on his instrument, or that I've made on his instrument, I should say. I say we a lot because everyone here at my shop, at our shop, helps for each of us to be able to do what we do here in the capacity that we're able to do it in. And it's really, really super cool that we can do this and provide the types of services that we do to the music community in general. We've helped people, I've helped people all over the planet. So I'm really proud of that. Okay, let's look at that. Look at that. Oh man. I mean, it's just coming back to life. I mean, it looks brand new, doesn't it? I'm joking. I am joking. All right, I'm going to move my camera up a little bit higher. Some of this you're going to be able to see, and some of it you won't, but we'll get it up here so you can see the business that I'm doing here. I have a lot of finish repair work to do on this thing also. Today I'm just getting the really nasty stuff that's been building up on this guitar for decades now off of it, so that when I do shoot lacquer on this in the places that I have to shoot lacquer on it, that it'll be new and beautiful before I shoot lacquer on a nasty old guitar. Let's see. Preston, good to see you. That was a fun jam you were doing the other night, man. I had a good time getting to listen. And love the Iron Maiden stuff. That's so fun to see. And again, I want to invite everybody to join me at Jamland tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Pacific Standard Time in the United States. We are going to be doing something utterly and completely, utterly unique on YouTube. And you guys, no one has seen anybody do this yet. No one. And it will differ from the other Jamlands that we've had. And I'm really grateful to have my very good friend and partner in crime and fellow musician, Mr. Tim Roberts, join me tonight. You guys are going to hear hopefully hear some pretty remarkable guitar playing, because we're improvising. None of this is rehearsed. So just keep that in mind if you happen to make it to this show. I'm not expecting a big turnout, but hopefully some folks show up and get to see what we're doing and ask questions. What showed up?
I'm working on this resonator, tenor resonator, something you'll never see.
Hey, Marshall. Hey, good afternoon. How's it going, man?
So what do you need done there, buddy?
So on the tuner.
Oh, did I get you?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I'll stand back.
I'm splattering.
So on the tuner, there's the nut that actually holds it to the wood stock. There's not enough thread for that to actually secure it.
That's a home problem.
Yeah. So how do you fix it?
Unfortunately, there's not. It seems to all this is stuff to keep my head along the terrible.
Yeah. Because I was stringing it last night for my daughter, and that's where I stopped. I was like,
A lot of times, it's once they stick in the hole and you tighten it, and they wouldn't tighten it.
It does not tighten. There's not. The threads are fine. There's
Oh
just
my
not
God,
enough thread
that
there to
top
get
looks
it.
Yeah, look at the back
There's
of
not
that.
enough thread there.
God, that's
Looks
so
like a brand
great.
new guitar.
It is not.
This is exciting, man.
And no, I kind of have to do this now because I'm going to have to shoot some lacquer on this thing and just prepared for it. So I got to get it cleaned before I shoot lacquer on it, you know. Just like the old Gibson.
It's it's starting to come around, man.
Boy, it looks pretty now that I got all this guck off of it, man. I was not expecting this. This is way beyond what I expected to see.
When you get these quality guitars, they kind of have a tendency to like being babied and brought back to life.
Yeah, you treat them good, and they do.
Let's
see, yeah.
the threads look and how long the colors are.
There's like 18 million people watching right now, Mike, if you want to say hello to anybody. Y'all say hi to my boss, Mike. He's awesome. And you can say hi to my journeyman, Stu, also. Refresh my memory.
Justin.
Justin. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. Everybody say hi to Justin, too. He's here.
He's a nice guy.
He's a really cool dude.
I need a Phillips screwdriver of small dimension. If you don't have one, I'll perfect.
It was right what you ordered.
The other thing is, I would be completely fine with going with. What do you call the part?
Oh, and by the way, if you're a guitar player or a keyboard player or a saxophone player or a piano player or a you play flute, harmonica, Jamland is not exclusively for guitarists. In fact, that is the last thing I want it to become. So if you are interested in becoming a part of it, be sure to send me an email. And I also want to add to that statement that, and I've said it many times, Jamland is not amateur hour. Not that I'm not an amateur, but I am paid to play professionally, and I've spent decades perfecting my craft, if you will, learning to play and playing and improvising and doing all that stuff. So if you're interested in joining in, it does take some work on your part to be able to be a part of it, and you gotta be able to get your audio into a streaming platform. And again, having said that, I really want to thank my sponsors for making it possible for me to stream in high definition audio and in high definition video.
Well, that's the other thing,
So
too, is if we have something that's
if you'd like to participate,
we have something that's
my email address is on my homepage on my YouTube channel, and you can send me an email and we'll talk about it. And listen to how you play, listen to some of your material, and we'll see if you'd be a good fit.
That's for the 20s. Something good with that. Grab that. Something to hook that thing with the foot.
You get it fixed?
We're gonna have to. We gotta fit the thing here. With the collar strip.
they just didn't give you enough thread to get that nut to actually screw into the machine head.
See?
I mean, it was like half a turn.
This
Oh, it's a brass.
is a little short, but this is actually, watch what happens when I slide it in there. See?
I
But
have,
once do you have one of these?
well, yeah.
Or one
In fact,
sword?
I have an exact one, just exactly like that. Probably came off of that.
Well, if you have one,
Let me look.
I'll take
Let
it.
me look. Because I think I borrowed one out of this set of them that I had.
Mm-hmm.
So
We have multiple sources of machine heads. I would probably think down the road, and we'll look at some new ones and talk about that. We'll go out and dig.
Because really what I do want, I want to make sure that we can use it with our iPhone, so Apple Play.
Totally. That will do that.
Okay.
Or that is that with.
Probably gonna have us do a whole set of machine heads.
Hang on
Don't
just a
want
second here.
CD
This is
that
the offset,
without
but see, it's an offset.
I think those are really
No problem.
It wouldn't matter if you use Chrome for right now to get your time.
Ah, that's
So
a straight
that
one.
is
Give me a
just a
second here.
screen
I
that
think I've got
will
more
fit
gold
in
ones down
the-
here.
And he's gonna do a whole set eventually, so
Pretty well.
we can do whatever color for right now.
So
Okay.
you need a harness antenna adapter and dash kit that puts that in there, and then it'll just be a touch screen instead of your 6 disc.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't tell you the last time we used this.
And I might be able to just replace the threaded ferrule, just to get him going until he does a string change.
Would that be?
Hang on just a second.
So
All right, buddy.
that
Come on, baby.
Sorry to Marshall pull you off the job.
That's
just
all right.
need to get
I'm
your,
just polishing on this thing.
Yeah, he's making it pretty.
Please tell me that's the right.
Looks like it.
Oh, it's a straight one.
It's a straight one, but let me look at something here. I'm just gonna pull this out for a second.
2009. Okay,
What
so
happened to that?
that would be like $4.99 without steering wheel controls.
Okay.
It would be like
Okay.
another $129
Because I know I
with
had
steering
it.
wheel.
Okay. So does that include installation?
And it
or
is
that on top
possible
of-
that
okay.
I'm saying I have them, but I've
Um,
not used them on another
650
guitar.
with
I think we're good for right now, Marshall.
Is that going to do it?
I can combine these and make something work, I think.
And the steering wheel controls, yes, they will.
I was going to say, if you can use
Sure,
the buy
sure.
you that one and
They
just
will work.
replace everything
Sometimes
else.
there's some specific buttons like.
Yeah, I can't
Sometimes there's like a guy that's talking, and that will access Siri on the new deck, but it actually accesses the sync on the old deck. So the buttons will work very similarly,
Okay,
if
well,
not exactly like
pieces.
that.
Yeah, the sync, like I said,
All right,
never worked.
still back to
It's-
polishing.
They
It's a
work.
great concept, but yeah, I'm still tired of trying to find it. So like 650 for all of it. And then is that something where you guys have all the stuff on hand?
Yeah.
Or, okay. And so then it would just be making an appointment to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And usually we need it like. I mean, we don't have Like, if Stu and I are here, if you bring it in, we can get it done. If it's on a Monday or Tuesday when I'm by myself,
Like
I
was saying,
might
that
have to,
screw that
like,
you put in there,
if you
it
brought it in
didn't
on
go
Monday, I
right
might have to do it on Tuesday.
Okay, well that's,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it was, I'm information seeking, so I know kind of what I'm looking at. So, and then I guess my other question is would that put the backup in that, or
No,
it would just stay where it is?
it would.
I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I'm used to it. It's just,
Yeah, because it's already
You guys
wired
surprised on that
into
There was
that.
nothing there.
If
I mean, I
it
had a
was,
10mm
if
shot
it was
in my hand,
in
and I
the
went like this with my
stereo,
fingers, and I
we
went,
could
"Oh,
keep
that
it
was
in
it."
the stereo.
yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. Like I said, I was just looking for extra information, so. Okay, perfect.
We could probably put in another camera if you wanted this to display a backup camera.
I don't think that that's
But it does have that ability.
okay, yeah.
And it is high def, so it might look just a little nicer, but you have that option for
Yeah, it's kind of fun to go old school
I
and
do
just,
not-
you
yeah,
know, use the
Farrell.
mirror.
Farrell or not?
that. I do.
I love that.
My girlfriend uses that backup camera exclusively, and it always makes me cringe.
No, I totally understand that, yeah.
So we don't have any
It's
screw
all
on.
good, it's all good. Perfect, well, thank you.
No
Hey,
problem.
Chris, remember what this thing looked like?
That looks like rosewood.
It
is
is, but look
rosewood.
at how shiny that thing
Yeah.
became.
And that's going to be a neat one when it's all
It looks
back
better
together.
than yours. I'm joking. Yours
Well,
looks- yours is the
different.
best
it
looking one.
looks nice.
It's coming back to life. Man.
Yeah.
Do you have a straight old toothpick? Just a straight
Yeah.
cut, not a round one.
Oh. I
Any kind
don't.
of, actually,
No
any
way.
kind of toothpick will work.
I have a popsicle stick that you could.
No, a regular
Regular
toothpick.
toothpick.
Yeah, we just need to get
He wants
something.
to fix
You
the
need
screw
some
hole.
CA glue.
Yeah, and then your
No, I'm
special.
not, no, I just need the toothpick.
Marshall, when he fixed the screw hole for me, he used that.
We're gonna
special glue
redo
on
it
too.
completely when he changes the strings again.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
We're just doing a road repair right now.
Ah, I got you. Okay.
Oh, do you have a little crescent wrench?
Yes. Right there.
Perfect. I'll return everything, I promise.
I got it all, man.
Yeah.
Everything's doctor ordered.
This is getting all cobble wobbled, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you use one of these on your guitar, you gotta be careful because this thing will rip it right out of your hand. So you want to hang on tight.
And that's what he did for option service. Yeah, Marshall actually put toothpick in there.
Yep, that's what we're
I'm
going to do.
gonna strap one in there.
So when we get on doing this up a little bit different, just plug in the new drum. This is what I do, so I was in the hotel room in Butte, Montana, and I had a broken.
Well, let's see how that did. Again, I appreciate anybody hanging out with me. I know this is not a terribly exciting live stream, but kind of fun. Fun for me.
I can tell you got a little effort to get the screw to go in there.
Oh, look at that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
And see what I do when I get bored on somebody's live stream. I just leave it running and mute it and leave it running, and then move on to something else just to give them some watch time. But that's just a kind thing to do, you know. Because there's a lot of boring stuff on the internet, right?
Sometimes it means they're cast threads on the body of the thing.
But it helps the channel, God forbid. Oh, and by the way, my channel is right now, it's 78% unsubscribed, by the way.
And then they screw the ferrule on there.
So
sometimes things just go a little
that's kind of
wrong
sad,
with machines.
but
It's just because it's
not much we can do about that, right?
At least amount of money, so they're not gonna
Found out one of the old channels that I was involved in is still playing my music, and so I had to put a copyright claim on that. Try to stop that, 'cause I don't want that channel playing my music anymore. So hopefully they've agreed to remove it. I don't like doing stuff like that, but when somebody treats me disrespectfully, I need to make sure that I don't get that doesn't persist.
How do I do it? Just put my strings on there.
Not as bad as better than 90%.
I've never had to do a copyright claim before.
This is not very accurate. So.
Oh yeah,
What if you did it?
car paint finish. Lord Spike, welcome, man. And Preston, again, it's good to see you. No, this is well, it does now, I suppose. This is a nitrocellulose lacquer. It's a Gibson guitar, so.
Okay. Okay. So my small string, my high E, go ahead and give it a few more coils.
Yeah, I like at least 3 wraps on the little plain strings and at least 2 on the bigger ones.
Okay, so 3 wraps on the solid strings, and the ones that are wound, at least 3. Okay.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you're gonna end up hating yourself later.
I tapped them in there.
Yeah, what's doing is it was along the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
Night and day. I love it. I love it.
Sounds really good, actually.
Mr. Spike, I hope you'll join us tonight at 8 o'clock. Have a really, really cool web stream coming up. I think you might have your mind blown at what we're going to be able to do tonight.
So what's happening?
And
is
you
my
will
string
not see it on any other YouTube channel. It's remarkable.
The ball's against the end of the
Nobody can do this, and I'm really proud of that fact. We have put many, many hours into making it work, and a lot of technology, a lot. So it's really cool. Hey Zach, what's happening, brother? Hopefully you're doing well. Zach, I hope you can be here tonight.
You'll launch the pin with the spin pressure, launch the pin across the auditorium.
In fact, let me do this real quick, because I have a little bit of time that I can do this with. Let's see. Interesting.
The pin itself has a slot on it. What I need to do is on the bottom of the string has that nut or that ball.
Copy that. Here we go. Sorry about the interruption here.
What you need to actually have us do is when we
Oh, excellent. Lord, thank you, man. I appreciate you doing that. Here's a link for it. So if you haven't already gotten a notification, because again, my channel is 78% unsubscribed, and it's interesting because you know, the amount of views and watch time that I have is pretty remarkable, given the fact that I have such a small number of subscribers. So if you are not subscribed or don't have the notification bell checked yet, be sure to do that. That really helps. It's helpful. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just helps somebody. I do that with every channel that I visit. I have notifications set up. It's just kind to do it. Alright, so now we got to get to the neck, so I'm going to move my camera over here. I know if you're getting seasick from all the motion, I apologize. No, I don't apologize. Never apologize, right? Tom Petty said it best, so I always say that. Alright, here we go. Let's polish up this neck.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
We'll get you going, buddy.
Thanks, dude.
Y'all set?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab my box so I can get the same strings I had last time.
Oh, cool, cool.
These are still good parts. It's just I swapped the ferrules from that tuner to the other tuner.
On this?
Yeah, that still works. It's just not the same. I
got you.
Yeah, and got him going. He's going to buy a set of tuners when he gets a little bit.
Okay.
Next time he restrings it.
God, I thought I had a set of gold ones, but I must have used them on another guitar. I thought I did.
Well, he wasn't ready to make the punch. He's I just put these strings. I don't want to take them off, and that's and then, you know, he's a real thrifty, or that's a word I mean. Yeah, thrifty.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, and these are what are they? Wool? Not wool. I believe they're cotton. I don't know. They're very safe. They don't get hot at all, and I don't hold it in one place. So my worrying about it, you know, heating up or melting the finish is not a concern. That doesn't happen. Alright, let's clean this off. See how she's looking. This portion I'm not worried about because I'm going to end up refinishing a lot of that, so that's all going to come off of there. Given the fact that I had to remove so much material, and the way that the neck was repaired originally, it was literally impossible for me to save the finish on that. It's really sad because somebody did a really bad thing to the neck joint, and it really broke my heart to see it. But you know, who knows when that was done. It could have been done back in the 70s or 80s, and that was just what they had at the boat shop, if you will, and I'll leave it at that. But now we'll get into what I've done to bring this thing back to life. I'll share with you the way this neck has been repaired. The problem with it was that when it was repaired, the neck angle was incorrect, and so the guitar had string action that was way too high to be legit or acceptable, and the neck had been reset. So let's look at the neck joint right here. I want to take a look at this. I know this is really super exciting. So again, this is a dovetail joint, and you can see what somebody's done with the dovetail, right? Mistake number one. They ground this dovetail down to not be fitting in the original. I know. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's coming back to life, man.
Have you sent a picture to...
I haven't yet. In fact, I'm gonna finish this up and just take a few and send it to him.
That side is...
Yeah, he's gonna...
Oh, God, yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, he's gonna freak when he sees this. And you know, it's funny because it's been so long. I know he doesn't remember how dull this thing was, but I did get a picture of before.
Well, I think he's going to, because it was
when he brought it in, we all lectured him for half an hour keeping it in a storage unit.
Here's a rag. Yep. It's amazing. So they ground this down smaller than the actual original dovetail joint, and so it was re-glued back into this dovetail joint, but this used to be a dovetail joint, and now it's not a dovetail joint. And so in doing that, what they did was, rather than replace the neck block, which again, that was something that I was going to do, but in looking at the amount of time and effort it would take to do this, the way I've repaired this, we felt was economically and for the future, the next guy, and I always when you're doing a job, think about the next person that might have to work on it. I don't care if you're doing plumbing work or working on a car. Do it so that the next guy that has to work on it can. What they did was they dumped, we're just going to call it boat glue, in this cavity. And they literally filled up this cavity with ultimately epoxy, waterproof epoxy. And so when they did that, as we all know, the neck angle is supposed to go downhill on a guitar as it passes across the body. Well, they glued it in and it went uphill. So the string action at the 12th fret was a ½ inch. And I don't know how long it had been like that, but the epoxy, we'll call it boat glue, I can't remember exactly what that stuff's called, did not move. That was permanently done. It would have been impossible to move that joint without literally breaking wood. So whoever did that repair just did it, and they didn't consider that they needed to think about the direction that the neck angle was. So, let me catch my breath here. So initially I removed the neck by shooting water and steam down in this hole, and realized very quickly that that boat glue is waterproof and heat proof. It's used to glue wood boats together, and what it does is it turns a piece of wood into a piece of stone that floats. I have no idea, I don't remember what the stuff is called, but I wish I could, so I could tell everybody, don't use this stuff. So that's what was done to this thing. And so I got in here and spent several days getting rid of the boat glue, and I'm not kidding, several days, 7 hours a day, chipping away at it, because I had to be careful not to remove too much of this block, and I had to be very, very careful. So did all that, used a clamp to get the neck back on here, and measured and drew lines and angles, and got the neck angles so that when I put a straight edge on this, which is what the original repair person should have done, we'll call them a repair person, they should have done this to make sure that they have clearance over the saddle. Well, it was, the original angle was about hitting right about there, which means that you can't get you can't get any string action out of it. So now I've got about 1/8 of an inch underneath my straight edge, which is what I feel to be prime for having a proper neck angle. And we've bolted the neck on. Let me I'll get you over here where I think you'll be able to see one of the bolts. Let me I don't know how my camera, or if it will show this. I might need to get my camera down in here. Which, you know, bolting a neck on, I will say humbly that I believe Taylor Guitar Company builds some of the best guitars. In fact, I believe that they do build the best guitar in the world, because they bolt on their necks. And they've refined the technology to the point that they have shims for specific players to be able to change the neck angle. So I'm hoping that you can see I've got 2 bolts going into the neck block, and I have run those clear into there about as far as I can do without poking through the neck heel, and used nuts on the interior of this, which gave me a little bit of playroom if I needed to change the angle. Right? So this thing has been fixed as I think in the smartest way it could have been fixed. To try and rebuild this neck block and to replace it and then rebuild the dovetail joint on the neck would have been it probably would have been a shoddy repair. So much glue, so many pieces of wood being stuck together and then angled and sanded and all of that. The amount of labor that would have gone into that, it would have been like trying to rebuild the World Trade Center after 9/11. Ultimately I did my best to make this thing serviceable, number one. The next guy who has to change this neck angle can pull this neck off of here, shim inside here, and get the neck angle, and it ain't going anywhere. So I've repaired this thing much in the way that Taylor builds guitars, and I am a proud owner of a Taylor acoustic guitar, and again, I believe that they build the smartest built and the best built and the best sounding acoustic instruments in the guitar world. And you can certainly pay a whole lot more for a Martin that doesn't have a truss rod, that if the neck angle changes for some reason because you leave it out in the sun and the glue melts and then the neck angle changes, you have to pull the neck off of it to fix that. This one you can pull it off with some bolts. It's really, really cool. Cranges, what's up? Yes, and do you know about the place marker !21025 in Reaper? Can you Cranges, I really need to know what that's all about. I'm sure that you have that info. I just need to know because I'm stumped on that one. And it wasn't marine epoxy. It wasn't marine epoxy. They don't call it epoxy. The stuff, when it dried, it was a red. It dried a red color. Now, I don't know if it turned red over decades of being stored in a garage in Elgin, Oregon, where the temperature froze, and then it got really hot, and then it got cold again, and then it got really hot, and then it got cold again for decades, literally. This thing's been sitting in a storage unit in Elgin, Oregon. Look at the weather for Elgin, Oregon. See what the temperature fluctuations are, especially like between August and January. Oh, you do? I think I got your number. I might have to call you about that one. Because the reason I asked is because I implemented that in the preparation for the live stream that we're going to do tonight. And I don't know why it works, but it works so well. But I have no idea why. Or how somebody came up with that number, !20125. Crazy. It's insane, man. Oh. Yeah. Hey, Stu.
Yes, sir.
Tell me again, what was the name of the glue that the
glue they used on there that was the really bad glue?
Yes.
It was the really high-grade Resorcinol. It wasn't the cheap Resorcinol. It was that waterproof boat-style Resorcinol.
Right. So, yeah, and I couldn't remember that. I know Cranges probably knew what it was called, but Stu knows what it is. It's called Resorcinol, and it's a high-grade boat glue. And again, if you get it wet, it doesn't care. If you get it hot, it doesn't care. It is forever. So don't ever glue anything with it unless it's maybe a piece on on a coffin, because if you use it on a guitar, oh, it created a lot of extra work on this one. So, Resourcinol is what it was called. Yeah. Resin, yeah. Crangus, dude, I hope you can make it tonight, dude. You're not going to believe it. We have not rehearsed. We've just done a little bit of dialing in our sounds. And you're going to see something tonight that will, this is going to blow your mind. And, you know, if you are able to be there, we're going to start at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which, no, I'm thinking Dallas-Fort Worth. It's going to start at 10 p.m. Central Time. So that is where Tim Texas Jackdaw lives. So you will get to see him play some guitar tonight. And it's amazing. And I know I keep talking about this, but it's very important because this is going to be a pretty big deal. And if you watch, you know, I thank you in advance. But, dude, you're not going to believe what we're able to do tonight. Talk one over. So, yeah, don't use Resourcinol. And I don't think you can even use it anymore because the chemicals used in that are extremely dangerous.
A lot of formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde, that's it. Yeah, they use formaldehyde in it. So thus, it'll last forever. Believe me, getting that shit out of here, excuse the French. I wore a mask and literally wore a mask all day long for 3 days straight. Kind of took me back a couple of years to the tragedy that happened in our world. So that's what this thing is. So now it's a bolt-on neck, and now the neck angle is proper so that I can build up, I can make the saddle taller to get my string action here. Perfect, right? Really cool. So we're getting to the point now where I want to, I'm going to go down here and I want to polish the face. I'm going to polish the face of the headstock real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and use what was already on here. I'm going to have to use a little bit more. I might have to put a little more polishing compound on this. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta... Oh, maybe not. Oh no, that did a great job. Look at that. Now I gotta put some more polishing compound on here. I can't talk. Let me find my polishing compound.
I didn't do it.
I knocked it off of my bench, I think. Oh, maybe I knocked it on the other side of my bench. Oh, yes, I did. Here it is. By the way, Crangus, thank you for stopping in today. It's been a while, man. We haven't talked for a bit, man. I hope you're doing well and business is good for you. I'm sure it is. I haven't been able to be at your, I don't remember what you call that stream, but every waking moment I've been spending with my partners in crime in the jam land. We've been developing it and refining it. And dude, it has come a long ways. It is really going to be fun. So again, I hope you're doing well. Right, there's that. So let's see, what's next? What should I do now? Should I put the machine heads on it? Yes, I should. That's what I should do. Yes, Marshall, you should put the machine heads back on it. Okay, I'll put the machine heads back on it. But I gotta find them first. I think I probably put them.
Is this what you're looking for?
That's it.
It's right there.
Look at that, the old waffle Clusons. Right. I mean, shit, these machine heads are worth a small fortune. Oh, and I have I built a new nut for it, so yeah, that's right. I forgot I did that. Wow, I did a whole bunch of stuff that I forgot I had done. And check it out. Yeah, flathead screws. Isn't that amazing? So cool, man. So cool. Alright, so I'm gonna stay live until I have to go to lunch today, and I'm starting to get hungry. Hungry. I am hungry. Now, one thing I am not going to do, just for the sake of keeping the patina on this instrument, I am not going to polish the machine heads. I'm going to leave them old and cruddy looking, just because I can. Because we got to have some patina on this thing. Alright? Got to have patina. Kind of like a car that good old Derek works on, right? And here's another thing. With these, you better be careful. Because if one of these falls out of here, if one of them falls out, you will never see it again, right? Okay, so having said that, here's what I do. Here's what I do. I know my camera guy is probably not staying up with me. Look at that. I was smart, man. That's smart. If you take the machine heads off of a guitar with these types that don't have the bolt-on type ferrules, or escutcheons we'll call them. In the plumbing world they're called escutcheons. Definitely put a piece of tape over them. And if the machine head is in there, what you can do, if you have all the machine heads in, take a guitar string and push it through all the holes in the machine heads and just tie it in a knot so that those don't pop out, because they will slide off the end of it. And if they can, they will absolutely do that, and you will never ever see them again. Take my word for it, or better yet, ask me how I know. Okay, there we go. So now these won't come out of there, so now I'm just going to cut the little circle out of the middle of it. This way I won't lose them, and I can get the machine heads poked through, right? This doesn't have to be super clean or tidy or anything. Pretty cool. This is so fun. This guitar has been disassembled for so long. It's so cool to see it start, you know, with tape and everything on it. It just looks badass, right? This is an old guitar, 69. Near as we can tell. It's got the classic Gibson serial number, which not even Gibson can figure out, because it's not like they would do something organized there, or it's not like they would fix the headstock flaw that they've built into every guitar they've built for the last well, since 1940 something, right? But their serial number organization skills are about as dumb as I don't know. There's not much dumber out there. I am a huge fan of Gibson guitars. I love them. I own a couple of them, but they have done some really stupid stuff over the years. I think we could all agree about that. built some beautiful guitars, one of the most iconic guitars in the history of guitar building. But figure out what a serial number on one of them means. I dare ya. Okay, here we go. Look at the back of this headstock. Isn't that beautiful? Now I've touched it all over the place, so I got my fingerprints all over it. Now I've got my fingerprints all over the top of it, but that's okay, because that doesn't matter really. Oh, and look at that. I've got an extra gold machine. Let's see what that looks like. No, I don't want that'd be sacrilege. Okay, so nope. That goes. There we go. And there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and where's my flathead? There it is. I'll just go ahead, because some of these, the screws didn't come out of them, so if they have a screw in them, I'm going to go ahead and drive it back in there. Come on. There we go. I love these old flathead screws, man. You know you got a kind of an old guitar, you got flathead screws, right? They're just cool. Okay. Interesting. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now, I don't remember, but it seems like there might have been one or more of these flathead screws missing. And I'm pretty sure these look like they're brass, so they've probably been replaced at some point during this guitar's life. Because I think the original ones would have been this regular old steel. I'm not sure. But this is where you want to be careful. When the screw stops turning, stop turning it. Because you'll strip these holes out bigger than anything. I ain't kidding. These screw holes are some of the most stripped out screw holes that happen in the guitar maintenance world. Everybody thinks they got to turn the screw 12 times further than when it stops turning. And I've fixed thousands of these screw holes. And that's not an exaggeration. Thousands. Some guitars I have to fix all of them on one guitar. So there's 12 screws. So do the math. Just because somebody doesn't stop turning the screw. Okay. There we go. Now you might wonder, why are you doing that right now? Why are you putting those on right now? Well, we'll see here in just a minute. Because I can, number one. Because the next thing I'm going to do, good grief. Oh, don't drop them because they'll vanish. You'll never see them again. I know my hands are right in the way. Okay. Wow. Here we go. Look at that. Boom. Oh, I said boom. I shouldn't say that. That's copyright infringement. Okay. All right. Yeah, they had this nut had a shim on it. Actually, I'm going to put that back on there. Very important to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to put a little dot of I'm going to put this little dot, not a big old glob. Come on, super glue. There we go. Just one little dot, just so it doesn't move. we go. Okay. Why would you do that? I don't know. Now, oh boy. Let's see. Dad bought you a Gibson back in the late. Oh man. Put it in the attic. Moved and it was. Oh no, that's a bummer. Okay, so why would I be doing all of this? Because I want to see if all my work has been for nothing at this point, which I know it's not, but it's not. Snot. Okay, so here we go. Oh, move my God. So we polished this thing. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that thing is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yes. Okay. What do I do with that?
It's pretty.
What did I do with that bag? Oh, there they are. I found them. I just got to look a little bit further. Amazing how many little parts and pieces you got on one of these things. We're going to try and use the original end pins on this thing. And we are going to right now see what I don't believe is going to happen here is that I don't believe that this saddle is going to be tall enough at all. Yeah, I don't believe it's going to be tall enough at all, but we'll try it. We will try. I'm going to put the low E and the treble E and we'll see what happens here. This is going to tell a lot. I mean, it could just turn out to be perfect. I might just get totally, absolutely 100% lucky. Who knows?
Are you going to eat?
Yeah. What time is it?
It's after 2.
Okay, okay. I'm going to finish doing this real quick and then we'll see. Oh, God, doggone it. Okay, so already I can see a problem. So let's look at what's going on here and see how the wrap of that string is hitting the saddle. So that can't be. So we may have to put a block underneath the bridge, but let's see here. Let's see. Now, it doesn't look right. Okay, so I can see that my neck is tilted a little bit, slightly, just ever so slightly, so I'm gonna have to shift that over, which I can do. Oh, sorry. But it made its first note in a very long time, and I can see that all I have to do is raise this saddle approximately, oh, what's the height? I want it to be 5/64, and currently it's less than 1, so I've got to raise this up about 8/64 of an inch, and the string action will be perfect. Look at that. I think my work here is done. I'm finished. I'm gonna send it home. I'm joking. So I am going to end up probably using some new end pins for this. Some of them are solid, which not a big fan of that. I like them to have a slot so that the string, it doesn't pinch the string. and definitely they make a small piece of. In fact, I make them, custom make them out of a piece of brass that you can glue to the bottom side of the bridge plate, and that keeps the string ball end from pulling up into the top of the guitar, which the bottom of the bridge plate has been worn out from having so many sets of strings put on this thing and such. So I can tell right now that all of the work that I've done on this guitar is all for the betterment, and I can see that I have just a very subtle amount of work to do, and this thing's going to be back to life. So probably going to be, I'd say I can probably get this thing done by Monday, at least have strings on it and tune it up by Monday. So I'm hopeful. So today, my goal will be to get the neck angle correct, and hopefully get the where is it? I lost it again. Get the fingerboard glued back on so that the guitar looks like that, right? So I have a little bit of work left to do, but we're gonna call it a day. Well, yeah, karate chop, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Preston. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, the mosh pit, those guys do some crazy stuff. Poker games, a lot of poker. So it's really fun. Kranjus is a really entertaining host on that show, although I think he has other people host the show, but it's really a fun time. Those guys know how to have a good time. Lots of drinking, lots of swearing, lots of foul jokes, and you know, it's really fun. So I'm gonna head out. I gotta go eat lunch. You all have a really wonderful rest of your Friday. We'll see you all tonight at 8 o'clock for the Jamland episode we have. Thank you, everybody. Kranjus, Lord, Spike, Preston. Let's see who else. There's a few others, folks. If I forgot you, forgive me. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and we will see you all tonight. Peace.